Hello, one and all, and welcome to the fourth episode of Under the Influences. I am your host, Jon Phipps, and for those of you who are brand new and have never seen this show before, what this show is a show where I sit down with various music friends and acquaintances, sometimes those outside of music and as well, to talk about an artist, a band, or a singer that had a major impact on them. And we'll do that, and then we'll also talk about the favorite album of the guest choosing by the band or artist or singer of their choosing. And this guest that I have on here tonight is someone who is very well to do artistically. She's a very prolific artist. She's a wonderful poet and a re-aspiring musician. And bonus, she is the host of she is the host of the TMN show The Warrior Within. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Under the Influences stage, Miss Jaime Bennett.
Hello.
Hello, Jaime. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
That's good to hear. So, we have congregated here tonight for the fourth episode of Under the Influences. And we didn't... Let me tell the folks a little bit about how we decided on who to talk about for this episode. Okay, so we got together after last week's show, I think right after last week's show, within a day or so, and we started, talking about possible people to talk about. And Jaime ran through a whole list of folks that I had not really heard of, aside from Coldplay. And we might, and if we will have Jaime on a second episode of the show down the line, and we might talk about Coldplay then. I don't know. But she was running down this list of folks and bands that I'd never really heard of. And then she comes to me about, 3-4 days ago and says, "Oh, I want to talk about Stevie Nicks." And a light bulb went off on my head. I was like, okay, now we're in business here. So we're here to talk about Stevie Nicks first. And then in the back half of the hour, we will talk and give a track-by-track breakdown of her breakout solo debut album from 1981, Bella Donna. So we will do that in the back half of the hour. But first, let's talk about none other than CV by God Nicks. So, Jaime, when were you first introduced to the music of Stevie Nicks?
My dad liked her when he was in high school. So, and I share a birthday with her.
Aha! So May
May
26th. Yeah, me and Jaime, we got to talking about birthdays that we share with famous people. She literally shares a birthday with like 7 other great musicians, and I don't share a birthday with one. So, but yeah, that's another kettle of fish for another time. So, we're not here to talk about birthdays that we share with famous people. We're here to talk about Stevie Nicks. So it says here, according to the good old Wikipedia, Stephanie Lynn Nicks is an American singer-songwriter and producer, known for her work with the band Fleetwood Mac and as a solo artist. She is known for her distinctive voice, mystical stage persona, and poetic and symbolic lyrics. After starting her career as a duo with her then boyfriend, Lindsey Buckingham, releasing the album Buckingham Nicks to little success, Nicks joined Fleetwood Mac in 1975, helping the band to become one of the best-selling music acts of all time, with over 120 million records sold worldwide. Rumors, the band's second album with Nicks, became one of the best-selling albums of all time, being certified 20 times platinum in the United States. In 1981, while remaining a member of Fleetwood Mac, Nicks began her solo career, releasing the studio album and the album that we will focus on in the back half of the hour, Donna, which topped the Billboard 200 charts and has reached multi-platinum status. She has released 8 studio solo albums and 7 studio albums with Fleetwood Mac, selling a certified total of 65 million copies in the U.S. only. So, talk a little bit about Stevie's impact on you as a musician, as a once and future musician, I should say.
Girl power. I mean, like,
Yes.
when she broke out as a solo artist, that was like July of 1981 that Belladonna came out. And by September of 1981, she was at the top of the Billboard album sales chart. And by October of 1981, she had sold about 1 million copies.
Wow.
So that's pretty spectacular.
It is. So, you mentioned how you got into Stevie Nicks. What was the song of hers that really gripped you? Like, what was the first one that you heard it and said, "My God, I have to listen to more of this"?
Gypsy. Which isn't on this album, but my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, Gypsy was. I thought Gypsy would. No. Gypsy was a Fleetwood Mac song, was it not? It was a Fleetwood Mac song. Why did I think it was a solo thing? I used to know all this stuff, but not anymore. So, Jamie has came prepared, y'all, for this episode. She literally has about 3 pages worth of notes about Stevie Nicks, and I'm glad she does because we've got a lot to talk about here. So, have you ever seen Stevie Nicks or Fleetwood Mac in concert?
No, but I really would love to. Stevie Nicks is on tour.
She is?
Yes.
That I didn't know. That I did not know. So, okay, so someone is saying that you have an echo. So let me, it could be on my, I know what it is. Oh, there.
I can't hear you.
Okay, my echo cancellation was turned off. So now I have it on, and Sandy, God bless you, Sandy D and Grant. He was the one who said, she messaged me. She said, Jamie has an echo. And I was just like, oh, shit. But my echo cancellation was off. It is now on. Sandy, please say in the comments or elsewhere if that took care of it. So, we will now pivot from the echo issues back into Stevie Nicks. So, did you find out about Stevie's solo stuff first, or when she was in Fleetwood Mac first?
Fleetwood Mac. I fell in love with Fleetwood Mac, and my daughter Willow loves Fleetwood Mac, and she loves Stevie Nicks.
Wow, you're raising Willow great. I'm telling you, she's got great music taste already. Already, she's got great music taste. So, I'm actually. By the way, I just got a little tidbit of info here. I'm actually friends on Facebook with one of the dudes that helped produce those Fleetwood Mac records in the 70s.
Oh, that's so cool.
Richard Dashett, I think is his name.
Oh, that's so neat.
He writes just novels on Facebook about his escapades when he was directing directing when he was recording and helping with those Fleetwood Mac records. So, yes, Stevie, talking about good old Stevie Nicks. So when was it? Well, first of all, what's your favorite song of hers to sing?
Oh, I don't even try to sing Stevie Nicks.
Oh, come on. Not even in the shower.
I
Come on.
guess if I did, Landslide would be one of them.
Yes. Landslide. Oh my God. Landslide is one of those songs I would love to sing, but I cannot bring myself, because I won't do it justice. I just won't do it justice. I just won't do it justice. So, talk about, we know that your favorite of Stevie's is Gypsy, but what would you say is your top 5 Stevie Nicks song? Yeah, top 5.
Well, some of them would be like while she was with Fleetwood Mac. So
that's no word.
You have Gypsy, you have Landslide, you have Belladonna, you have Edge of 17. I can't. Why can't I not think? She actually wrote a song. It's gonna sound crazy. It's one of the newer songs, but she wrote a song having to do. She was inspired by the movie Twilight, so she wrote a song about that. So that one's a good one.
Wow. I can tell you my favorite by Stevie's. Well, my favorite of Stevie's, it is Sarah.
Yeah,
off
that's
of
a good
the
one
Tusk record. Yes. So that there was a time where I could not listen to that song without just breaking down crying.
I believe Belladonna came about like she had, was writing it or thinking about it, and it got scrapped during the Tusk time frame.
Yeah.
And then she came back out with it when she went solo.
Yeah. So let's see here. So if any of you, by the way, I'm just putting this out there for any point in the show, if any of you watching this has any questions for myself or Jamie, please feel free to ask them in the comments, and we will try our best to answer them. So we will, you know what? We could spend a lot of time just talking about Belladonna, and we might just jump into that now. So here's what the good old Wikipedia says about Belladonna. So it says here, Belladonna is the debut studio album by American singer and songwriter Stevie Nicks. Released on July 27th of 1981, the album reached number 1 on the U.S. Billboard 200 in September of that year. Belladonna was awarded platinum status by the Recording Industry Recording Industry Association of America on October the 7th of 81. Less than 3 months after its release, and in 1990, it was certified quadruple platinum for 4 million copies shipped. Belladonna spent nearly 3 years on the Billboard 200 from July of 81 to June of 84. The album spawned 4 hit singles during 1981 and 82. The Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers penned duet, Stop Dragging My Heart Around, which hit number 3. The Don Henley duet, Leather and Lace, which hit number 6. Her signature song, which I don't agree with, but we'll talk about that later on, Edge of 17, which hit number 11, and The Country Tinged After the Glitter Fades, which hit number 32. So, what we'll do here is we will go down the way, and we will go track by track on this record. So there's 10 songs to this record. And I don't think there's a bad song on it, if we're being honest. And for those of you who are watching, please comment, comment, subscribe, and tag folks as we go along here. So we'll start with the first track on the record, the title track, as it would come to be. And what we'll do here, like I say, we'll go track by track, and then when with each track, you'll talk about, what about the song draws you in? What about how it impacts you, how it affected you when you first heard it, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll start
if I
with.
can remember details.
So we will start. So we'll start with obviously the title track, Belladonna.
Belladonna actually further sparked the rumors that Stevie Nicks was a witch. And I think that's interesting. I mean, that's really cool. I don't have a problem with that. She's magical, so but she used it as a term of endearment, and basically she wrote it, about the changes in her life, the decisions that she made in her lifetime, up to that point. It also was written about her boyfriend at the time's mother, who happened to be in love with somebody in Chile, in love with a man in Chile, and she was involved with this man in Chile when the coup happened in 1973, and he got deported to France. Wow. So she kind of wrote the song Belladonna about, that and their love and what happened.
Wow. I didn't even know the story behind that song. Wow. That could be a movie script in and of itself. Yeah. So we'll go from title track 1 down to track 2, Kind of Woman.
See, this is where you're gonna stump me because I can't remember all the songs.
Well, there's no shame. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. So, okay, so we will turn to Wikipedia here and see what it says, and it doesn't say anything. So, yeah. So, but we'll just improvise. We'll make do. We'll be all right.
She's a great musician.
She very much is. She very much is. So, what you don't know about track 2, surely you will make up for with track 3. Stop Dragging My Heart Around. And if Diane Marie is watching this, she is probably losing her mind. She is losing it.
If I don't know about track 3, then I have issues, I guess. Tom Petty. Yes. Tom Petty. That's all you gotta say is Tom Petty.
Yeah, this was, and I must confess, this was a song that for a long time, whenever it came on the radio, I would just switch the station just because it was played out so much. It was played out so much that I just I can't get enough. I can't listen to this. It makes me want to stab an ice pick in my ear whenever I hear it. But now that I look back on it, it's actually, I think, one of the best songs that she ever did. And like I say, Diane is probably watching, holding a pitchfork, going, you better say good things about Tom Petty. But no, she's not like that. So so there's a Wikipedia thing on this. There's a Wikipedia thing on Stop Dragging My Heart Around. So it says here, Stop Dragging My Heart Around is a song recorded by Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and released as the first single from Nicks' debut solo album, Belladonna, released in 1981, of course. Yeah. The track is the album's only song that was neither written nor co-written by Nicks. Written by Tom Petty and Mike Campbell as a Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers song, Jimmy Iovine, I don't know how you say that last name, Iovine, who was also working for Stevie Nicks at the time, arranged for her to sing on it. Petty sang with Nicks in the chorus and the bridge with his entire band, except for Ron Blair, whose bass track was played by Donald Dunn instead, played on the song. A performance of the song in the studio was used as the promotional video. This video, it can't be a trivia time, but you could use this to win a trivia bet sometime. This video was the 25th video to ever be played on MTV on August 1st, 1981. Petty and Nicks also sang together on the songs Insider from Petty's Hard Promises album in 1981, and I Will Run to You from Nicks' album The Wild Heart in 1983. Okay. And it says here, as of 2017, Stop Dragging My Heart Around remains a mainstay of Stevie Nicks' solo performances. And on July 9th, 2017, Nicks performed the song together with Petty and the Heartbreakers at the British Summertime Festival at Hyde Park in London, in what turned out to be their final performance of the song together before Petty's death in October 2017. God rest TP's heart and soul. So, and Sandy is reminding me here, don't forget to plug Jamie's. Oh, yes, that is coming up at about this same time tomorrow. So Jamie and Willow will be doing another painting stream together. This will be at 9 p.m. tomorrow night, I assume here in TMN. If you want to, okay. If you want to, hey, if you want to do it, that way, it's up to you. If you want to do it that way, it's up to you, fully up to you. So yeah, Stop Dragging My Heart Around. Great song with her and Tom Petty. So this is another track that might stump you. We'll go from track 3.
I can't remember stuff.
Well, I'm the same way. With this show, with Under the Influences, I so want to have the tables turned on me and have like Renee or you or someone interview me about an artist and an album I like. But then at the same time, I'll hit on a track and I'll think, I don't remember this track at all.
Yeah.
So,
I'll just say that she's beautiful and she's talented and I love her music.
There you go. And your homework assignment after this is over is listen to the whole damn thing through and through. So,
and I heard the album too.
Yeah, I'm I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way. So track 4 of 10 is Think About It. Now, do you know this song?
Not offhand.
Like I say, there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that at all.
I'm sure it's awesome. And I'm sure I know it if I heard it.
Yeah, that's me. That's me with a lot of songs. So we will then go to track 5 on the album, which, as Wikipedia said, is has a bit of a country-ish flavor to it. And there's a Wikipedia article on this one as well. So let's read a little bit on it. After the Glitter Fades is a 1981 song by the American singer-songwriter Stevie Nicks. It was the 4th and final single from her debut record, Belladonna. And apparently, this charted not only in the Billboard Hot 100 and the adult contemporary charts, but it also charted in the country charts as well, though it didn't do particularly hot in the country charts. So after the Glitter Fades, what can you say about that?
A really good song. It's a different, different voice for Stevie Nicks. It's different than what we're used to hearing by her. But the lyrics are wonderful and I really like the song. It's a really good song.
Yeah. I wish you would say what inspired her. I wish you would say on here what inspired her to take a more country route with the song.
Yeah.
Because it's very interesting. It's very outside the box for her.
She's got her whole journal. Like, I think you can get a book, an autobiography or whatever, and she puts like journal inserts in there and she explains the songs and how they came about on Belladonna.
So is this like diary entries, something like that?
Yeah, I believe so. I haven't looked at it yet, but I believe so.
I love it when artists do that. I love it when they're just writing stuff about what goes on, like as they're recording records, touring, stuff like that. So then we go from that to the back half of the record, track number 6, and what they say is her signature song, but I don't agree with that for a second.
Yeah.
Her signature song is Gypsy, or what was the
Yeah.
other one I was saying in the chat? Oh, we'll stick with Gypsy. So, Edge of 17, and there
Yeah.
is another thing about this here. It says Edge of 17, of course, is a song by American singer-songwriter Stevie Nicks from released as the third single from the album on February the 4th, 1982. The lyrics were written by Nicks to express the grief resulting from the death of her uncle Jonathan and the assassination of John Lennon during the same week of December 1980. The song features a distinctive chugging 16th note guitar riff and a drum beat and a simple chord structure typical of Nicks' songs. The song's title for the single release was Edge of 17, not ellipses, just like the white-winged dove. and this is everyone has a song where they'll mishear the title or mishear a lyric in there, because Bad Moon on the Rise, of course, is like Bathroom on the Right and stuff like that. I thought when I first heard this, when I was a kid, I thought she was saying, just like the one we know. I don't know why the hell I told you that, but it works. So it says here in the United States, Edge of 17 just missed on the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 11. Despite this, it became one of Nicks' most enduring and recognizable songs and has been covered by many artists. Now, you were saying a little bit about this before we got started. You had actually had notes on this song.
Yeah.
So the background, it says here, according to Nicks, the title came from a conversation she had with Tom Petty's first wife, Jane, about the couple's first meeting. Jane said that they met at the age of 17, but like our accents were last night, our strong Southern accent made it sound like Edge of 17 to Nicks. He liked the sound of the phrase so much that she told Jane she would write a song and give her credit for the inspiration.
Yeah.
My gosh. So you said this song is one of your favorites. So
I like it. It's one of my favorites.
So tell us a little bit about how it became one of your favorites. Like, what about it just got a hold of you?
Oh, like I was a kid, and growing up, this song was really popular on the radio, and it's one of the songs that I first attached to Stevie Nicks and knew her for. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm just curious, because you bringing that question up, hearing the song on the radio, you getting hooked to it, that got a great question in my mind. What was the rock station that you gravitated most toward when you were living in Southern Illinois? Because I know St. Louis has several great ones. Shouts to Keishi, the pig, with the pig smoking a doobie and everything. What station did you gravitate toward when you were living?
It was Rock TAO, because I did an internship there at one point in time.
Oh, wow. Was that your first venture? Was that your first venture into radio?
No. I worked at WQUB 90.3 FM, and that's where I had my jam session show. But I did an internship with TAO, which I was really excited about, because I'm like, yes, this is a rock station. I'm excited. I've grown up listening to this station, and it wasn't that exciting when I did an internship there.
Hold on. What about it made it not exciting? I want to know this now.
They gave me all the grunt work. They made me listen to hours and hours and hours and hours of CDs and make sure everything was good, that the sound quality was good, and I had to take notes, and I'm like, oh, this is really awful.
Oh my God. I had no idea. I had no idea that's what you had to go through to do that. Oh my God.
The most exciting part about that whole experience was I got taken out to dinner because he said, "You're going to be doing a lot of the crap work. I'm gonna buy lunch for you." And then I came up with a slogan for Ozfest because they were hiding Ozfest concert tickets at the time, and I came up with the slogan for the concert tickets, like the contest that they had. But I probably didn't get credit for that slogan.
Yeah. Well, you never know. You never know. So, here's an interesting thing. By the way, folks, we're still on Edge of 17. We just got sidetracked.
Yeah,
so
as we do.
Yes, as me and Jamie are both very prone to do. So, okay, so here is another little nugget here. She says, says here, Stevie Nicks had never actually heard a dove's call before, as she revealed in 2020 when she had only just heard it recently.
Oh, wow.
How do you not hear a dove's call?
You write a song about it.
How do you not hear a dove's call? Come on.
That's interesting.
Or whatever. So the opening, this has devolved into me doing bird noises now. So it says here, the opening lyrics to Edge of 17 were inspired by a menu she was reading at a Phoenix restaurant in 1980, which said, "The white-winged dove sings a song that sounds like she's singing ooh, ooh, ooh. She makes her home here in the great saguaro cactus that provides shelter and protection for her." I love it. See, this is why I wish every album that's on Wikipedia, I wish they all had these stories like this.
Yeah.
How do you literally start a song with the white-winged dove sounds like she's singing?
Yeah.
And not having heard a dove call, Okay.
I have like my favorite like line from that song, which is,
what is it?
"And the days go by like a strand in the wind, and the web that is my own, I begin again." I really like that line.
I'm trying to think how that line goes in the song. It's been so long since I've heard that. I don't really listen to the radio much anymore.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Yeah, Kelly says vinyl for life. I agree.
Yeah.
I very much agree. So, we will see here. We'll go back to the track list. Another song that's probably going to stump you, even though we got like 14 minutes out of Edge of 17. Track 7, How Still My Love.
Trying to think of how that one goes. Like I said, I have the album and I've listened to it numerous times because Willow's hooked on it, but I can't think of how it goes. Oh Lord, I'm not doing Stevie Nicks justice. Please forgive me.
There'll be tons of other opportunities. If you don't get it this time, we'll get it next. No fears.
I have mommy brain. You gotta excuse me.
You've got mommy brain. My brain's got more holes in it than Swiss cheese. We're about even here. So, okay. So, shortly now, if you don't know track 8, you're not long for the world. So
I'll have to leave the studio, I guess.
Leather and Lace, please tell me.
That one.
Thank you. So, Leather and Lace, and there's a Wikipedia article on this. I don't need to reread the thing. It was released on October 6, 1981 as a second single from Nicks' solo debut studio album, Belladonna. Nicks, wow.
Yeah.
So it says, no, I'm just saying, wow, when she wrote it. It says here, Nicks wrote the song for Waylon Jennings and Jesse Coulter's duet album, Leather and Lace, but the song was not included on the album. Nicks' version, which is a duet with Eagles singer Don Henley, peaked at number 6 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks in January of 1982. And as an aside here, Jeffrey Austin and Gwen Stefani performed a cover of the song on December 14th, 2015 for the season 9 finale of The Voice. It was released for digital download simultaneously with the episode's airing. So, tell us a little bit about Leather and Lace.
Leather and Lace. Well, to be honest, it's not one of my favorite songs, but
Really?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
I don't know. I just doesn't hit me right in the soul.
I gotta confess, that wasn't really one of my favorites either as well. Just because it's not because of Stevie at all.
No.
I think it's due to my aversion for Don Henley.
I think that if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the song that she said was a little bit more like kind of sexy type of a song.
There you go. So yeah, it's
supposed to be like kind of in that area, and I don't generally gravitate toward those songs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I'm the same way, both musically and poetically. So I think the last two might stump you as well.
Oh no, I'm not doing her justice.
Oh, Jamie.
I should have listened to
Jamie.
it.
Yes. Okay. For the next time you're on Under the Influences, this is your homework assignment. Listen to the album before you come on.
Yeah, I tried.
So we will now pivot toward track 9, Outside the Rain.
I think I know that song a little bit.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about it if you can.
I don't know like the facts about it, but I kind of can hear it in my head how it goes. That's one of my favorite songs. I do like that song a lot.
Okay.
It's more calming.
Yeah. And then the 10th and final track on the record, The Highwayman.
The Highwayman. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I can't remember how the lyrics go. I can tell you.
It's no big worry. It's no big.
I can tell you all about Belladonna.
Yes, there you go. So, I tell you what, let's give the folks, because I don't feel like ending it right now. We're rolling pretty good. I think we're rolling pretty good. So,
even though I'm not doing her justice, it's okay. I got this.
No worries. So, tell you what, we'll give the folks a little twofer here, because we'll go, and we'll just do this right quick. We'll just hit on.
I know that Sandy had mentioned the American Horror Story, and I was going to talk about that.
Go for it.
Yeah, like Stevie Nicks was on American Horror Story, and she was playing the White Witch, which is a counterpart to her, like who she is in reality. And she sung the song Gypsy on there, and she was on like the American Horror Story season of Coven, which that was the witch season, but I really loved that season of American Horror Story, probably because Stevie Nicks was on there.
There you go. So we've touched on that. Now let's do. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll pivot from her solo stuff and give the folks a little extra here. So we'll touch on some of her stuff from Fleetwood Mac. And of course, you could go for hours about what she's done with Fleetwood Mac. So let me go back to the Fleetwood Mac album where they first joined on. Good God almighty, that was 47 years ago. 1975. So
I believe she's been in the music industry since 1966 at the age of 18. And she's like now 70 something.
I thought she'd been in it earlier than that.
She might have,
I
but
thought she had gotten in like the
ridiculous.
early mid 60s.
Might be.
So I don't know. So like I say, we'll go through the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 Fleetwood Mac albums and touch on some of the stuff that she wrote for those records. So we'll start with one that could damn well be considered her signature, maybe, at least in my opinion, Rhiannon.
Rhiannon. Yeah, I know that
Woo!
she had sung that on tour, and like that really got her recognized for sure when she sung that song.
What what about that song? Or first of all, are you a fan of the song?
Mm.
Come on. Come on now. Why do you hate the song?
It's okay. I mean, it's
Okay.
not one of my favorites.
Why not?
I
It's one of the most
don't
iconic songs she's ever wrote.
know. I like Gypsy, and I like, the magical songs, the mysterious songs. Those are my favorites.
So staying on that record, going down it, how about Landslide?
Yes, I love Landslide. I love that so much. That one definitely speaks to me. It's one of my
Mm,
favorites. If I'm having a bad day, like a really, really bad day, and I need to escape,
yeah,
just listen to Landslide. That's for sure.
great song.
It is a wonderful song.
Great,
It's one of
great
my
song.
favorites.
So we'll go from there, and then we'll hop over, of course, to Rumors, which when you take the wrapping off of the Rumors record, you can smell the cocaine coming out of the record because they were when this is true when they went on tour for Tusk, they literally snorted away all the tour
I
profits.
could believe that.
Holy shit.
I
So
can totally believe that.
yeah, so we'll go to the track list. Oh, okay. Okay. So let's start with the song that might actually be my favorite Stevie Nicks song, and then we'll go to the actual track list. But this is one that was recorded for Rumors but never made it. How about Silver Springs?
Silver Springs. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
you
good
know
one.
that's it is. It's a great one.
That's a really good one.
It's
There's
so
so many
calm.
songs that are good that
I
it's hard to
know.
remember, like,
I
all the
know.
lyrics to all of them.
I know. But Silver Springs, it's just I remember when I first heard that song and just how peaceful and
Mm,
flowing it sounded, even though it was a song about love coming to an end.
yeah.
Huh. Now this is interesting. So we'll let okay, so we'll just start at the top and go down. So obviously, another one of hers I love, Dreams. What about Dreams? How's that?
Yeah, that
How
one
is what how do you feel about that one?
it's a great song as well. Like, I mean, all of her songs are great. Like, even if they're not my favorites, they're all great. They're all profound, they're
Mm,
poetic.
yeah. This oh my god. So, what's the next one? Oh, that one is written by all of them. Damn.
Yeah.
So, here's a funny thing. I thought I Don't Wanna Know. I thought that was on the Fleetwood Mac album, not the Rumors album. But apparently it was on Rumors, so I don't know. So,
I know
Gold
that
I
she
know someone in the comments mentioned this one earlier. Gold Dust Woman.
yes. That one's a good one.
The way your eyes lit up when I
Yes.
said the name of that
I
song.
love
It is
yes.
a great song. It is a
That
great
is
song.
great.
Though the version of it that made the record is not my favorite version of the
Mm.
song. There is a demo that it was a mostly acoustic demo that came out on one of the reissues. I'd like to say it was the 25th anniversary, maybe 30th. But there's a great acoustic demo of that that came out when when they did one of the re-releases, and it was just absolutely beautiful.
I remember.
I'll have to find that and send it to you
I
once we.
remember hearing that song like on a movie soundtrack. I can't remember what movie soundtrack it was, but that was the first time I heard that song. I'm like, wow, that was a great
Yeah.
song.
Yes, it is. It's just the way it just in sound, you just feel like you're standing in the middle of the road on a dark, cold night. The leaves are blowing, the wind is
Yes.
howling. Oh, it's just I could go on for hours about that
Yeah.
song, but I don't think I'm going to. So,
There's a funny, interesting fact about Rumors versus
really,
Belladonna. And
really.
they I found this out. She's wearing black on the album of Rumors, and she's wearing white on the album cover of Belladonna, and she did that on purpose to be the exact opposite.
Oh,
Kind of, coming into her own, and she
yeah,
wanted to show that, she's gaining strength
yeah.
as a female artist.
So we will. Of course, the only really big hit that she had on Tusk was obviously Sarah. Now, I must ask you, do you know the story behind Sarah?
Not offhand, and that's terrible for me to say that.
Oh, so I've got something over on you then,
You
because
have a lot. You keep stumping me.
I do know the story behind Sarah. So I might wind up crying.
Oh
But
no.
Stevie, let me see. So let's just go to the Wikipedia thing here first.
Yeah.
So Stevie says here, it says, speaking in a radio interview for the Friday Rock Show with Tommy Vance in the early 90s, Stevie Nicks said the song was partially written about her good friend Sarah, who married Nick's ex and bandmate Mick Fleetwood. However, without her consent, Nick's former boyfriend Don Henley claimed that the song is about their unborn child. In
Oh.
1979, Nick said, if I ever have a little girl, I will name her Sarah. It is a very
Oh.
special name to me. In a 2014 Billboard interview, Nick said, had I married Dawn and had that baby, and had she been a girl, I would have named her Sarah. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I think she wrote this, the kid thing is true, but I can't remember if it was an abortion or a miscarriage that happened. But Stevie, like I say, if you just read the lyrics in that song, it's like a
Yeah.
letter. It's like a letter to
Yeah.
a future child.
Yeah.
So we will go to the next studio record here. Mirage. So this is one of those albums I could just listen to all the time. And of course, Gypsy. Your
Yeah.
favorite. Your favorite
Yes.
on this, your favorite of anything that Stevie's done.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Gypsy and its impact on you.
Well, I mean, just look at the lyrics. I mean, my favorite lyrics from this song is, so I'm back to the velvet underground, back to the floor that I love,
Oh, there's a
to a
story behind
room
that.
with some lace and paper flowers, back to the gypsy that I was.
There's another misheard lyric in there. When I was a kid, when I would hear that song, I always thought she was saying stone lace, and I'm just like, how do you pull that off? So Gypsy, it says here, song was written by Stevie Nicks around 1979. The earliest demo recordings were made in early 1980 with Tom Moncrief for possible inclusion on Belladonna. Oh, could you imagine?
Oh, that
However,
would have been wonderful.
God, that thing would be. Oh, I was trying to think of a big, like, zillion selling album to compare it to, but I blanked on it. Oh, so Kelly says Joe Walsh from the Eagles was her true love.
Yeah, she asked the question a while ago, who was Stevie's true love?
Oh, she did. I didn't even catch
Yeah.
that. I didn't even know she and Stevie were anything. I didn't know he and
Yeah.
Stevie were anything like that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was Don
I
Henley.
love her so much. Like
Yeah.
if I can cuss on here, she's a badass. That's for sure.
Oh, you can cuss like a sailor on here if you want to. That's the
She's
thing
a
about
badass.
That's the thing about our show is we cuss like we use swear words like they're commas. So you ain't got nothing to worry about.
I seen this meme the other day, and I had to share it because I thought it was great. But no offense to Taylor Swift or anything. I'm sure there's a lot of fans of Taylor Swift out there.
I
And
already
she's
know what you're gonna
talented.
say. I already know what
Oh
you're
my
gonna
gosh. She writes sappy, whiny songs about,
Yes.
her boyfriends that she's broke up with. And Stevie
Mhm.
Nicks, kind of has her ex-boyfriend playing guitar for her while she sings about how much of a jerk he was.
Yes, and they have been doing this now for 45 years. Oh my
That's
god.
pretty badass if you ask me.
Yeah. So, it says back to Gypsy. It says here. So yes, she recorded it. She wrote it in '79. Wanted to put it on Belladonna. It says here, however, when Nick's close friend Robin Anderson died of leukemia, the song took on a new significance, and Nicks held it over for Fleetwood Mac. Gypsy was the second single released and second biggest hit from the Mirage album, following Hold Me, reaching a peak of number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks. Now, I know there's a line in here about the Velvet Underground thing.
Yeah, I just read it while ago.
Here it is. So it says here, it was a song that brought her back to an earlier time, to an apartment in San Francisco when she had taken the mattress off her bed and put it in the floor. To contextualize, Nicks voiced the lyrics, so I'm back to the Velvet Underground, back to the floor that I love, to a room with some lace and paper flowers, back to the gypsy that I was. Those are the words. So I'm okay. So it says here, the Velvet Underground. So this is Stevie saying this. The Velvet Underground is a clothing store in downtown San Francisco where Janis Joplin got her clothes, as well as Grace Slick from Jefferson Airplane. It was amazing, beautiful stuff. Back to the floor that I love, to a room with some lace. Da, 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 da. The second point of inspiration for the song, of course, was Robin Snyder Anderson, who was her best friend who died of leukemia. So, Mirage. So the next one after this is Tango in the Night. Now, I know Stevie was going through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
She was getting off of cocaine, but she was hooked to Klonopin and stuff like that. Yeah. And she only had, I don't think she really had any, she didn't really have any contributions on this, really, other than Seven Wonders. So tell us a little bit about that song and how it affected.
Oh gosh.
Seven Wonders.
I don't know if I remember how that one goes. I'm doing terrible.
Oh no, you're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great.
I'm trying to think. He's got so many great songs, it's hard to remember.
Yeah, that's the thing here. That is the thing. So
she's got like a gajillion songs.
Of course, it's a good problem to have. It's a great problem to have. So, yes. Oh, Kelly with a great point. Her contribution was...
I've seen that. Yes.
My gosh. This
Stevie's
hour
just one of those people that's on a whole other level. Like, she's off in her own world. And, like, I wasn't joking when I said I think she's magical, because she just takes you to a place that,
There's a scant few who could really do that. And we've touched on two of those people who has that power to just calm you at ease. It just puts you at ease. Stevie's one, Joni Mitchell, who we talked about with Emily Jane Roberts last week.
I like her too.
Carly Simon, I would say,
Yes.
is up there. And of
I
course,
like her.
Carol King. Of course,
Yes.
Carol King. And I might have to see if someone wants to talk about Carol King on here for an
Janis
episode down
Joplin
the
for
road.
me would be one.
Yes. Janice is up there.
Willow
Janice
loves
is
her too.
Janice. Janice is like the punk version of Stevie Nicks,
Yes.
if such a thing exists. So, Jamie, thank you.
You have so many awesome women who
Yes,
are
we
musicians.
do. Yes, we do, both famously and here.
Yes.
And there's a lot of them in the comments, and I'm happy that they are commenting and showing love and support. So, Jamie, thank you so very much for coming on the show tonight and talking about Stevie Nicks.
I'll do better next time.
You were great this time. And don't forget, y'all, Sunday evening around 7 o'clock or so, maybe closer to 8, we will be taping another episode of Jamie's show, The Warrior Within. And this will be the first of a 2-part episode that we'll be doing for The Warrior Within. I think you'll really appreciate hearing Jamie's story about what she went through with the topic that she will be discussing. Excuse me. And we have not one, but 2 fundraisers tomorrow. We've got the group fundraiser to help to donate to mental health groups, as well as Olive Chiacchia's mental health centric show group. We will be doing that from 12 to 8 tomorrow. And then at 9 o'clock in the evening tomorrow, that lady right there and her daughter Willow will be doing another painting stream. And that will be very, very interesting. That'll be a very good thing to have happen. And then 1 week from tomorrow, it'll be another fundraiser for our dear friend Bathsheba Yehuda, as she is battling or coming off of a battle with stage 4 cancer, as well as dealing with Omicron now. And next week on this show, next Friday, we mentioned Olive Chiacchia earlier. She will be the guest on this show. So that will be just a thrill. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up for you, not only on Under the Influences, but on all of the shows across both TMN and the B Team. And I cannot wait to have everything come off the ground. So, Jamie, again, thank you so very much for coming on the show. You are a wonderful guest. I cannot wait to have you on the show again. And to all of you out there, thank you so very much for your love and kindness and support. It means the world to all of us. Y'all are incredible. So, ladies and gentlemen out there watching this, take care. Much love. May God richly bless, and all the best to all of you.